Hey everyone, it's me, Roar. As you all have known, in part 1, we managed to discover a mouse NPC locked within a vault. But unlike other NPCs, this one is aware of its digital reality. We replied that we, too, also know. And the NPC thought we were an NPC as well and sets us off with clues to find a way to escape that ultimately led us to killing an NPC or a player with a lightsaber. And then the developers banned us in a desperate attempt to stop us from finding a secret code contained within the warehouse. Our appeals to be accepted, in part 2, that same mouse NPC came up to us and revealed a few things. First off, our player tag is Ronald, and the NPC's name is Nor. Interestingly, spelled Ron backwards. Nor is incredibly upset that we mysteriously disappeared the moment we got banned, as he initially thought we were NPC, so we just disappeared out of the blue. But we later on confirmed that we are a player and our real name is apparently Ronald, as in most likely referring to Ronald Mouse, the creator of the game Piggy 64. Nor questions why Ronald would come back to this game and then quickly left to do some research. Our investigation continues to open the warehouse, which we did. We're again greeted by Nor, revealing that we are not Ronald ever to begin with, as he is already dead. Nor's suspicions grew of our intention, so we hit him. Bada boom. Somehow. But because of this, Nor decided he had enough and sends us to literal hell. But before he does just that, he reveals that our real name is Charlie. Yes folks, it is Charlie. Well, we don't really know who this is, but it is confirmed to be Charlie. After, hell, we managed to get over the firewall and get deeper in a world of limbo, and then to the world of binary codes. This actually might be the code that was mentioned back in part 1. In one last encounter, Nor challenges us to one final fight out of nowhere, but then just bombshells us by mentioning the first case Charlie ever did, which was taking down a serial robber. And then Charlie's most recent case of saving a missing girl's life. He also tells us that Mudson, from regarding the rumors tape, to dislike someone like Charlie because, quote, people who had power over others, but shown in the tapes and later on confirmed by Nor that is, he is a hypocrite.
You be quiet.
And then boss fight happened with 3 different phases, each stronger than the previous. Charlie successfully destroys Nor, but then a mysterious figure in binary code speaks to us and basically just congratulating to us, good job and all that, while showing us a game's version of Mudson slowly getting destroyed. Now, what really happened? Well, to begin with, this entity, if you translate the binary codes, you will get Nor. But how? Did we destroy him? Well, not quite. You see, back in part 1, there are people who hid a code in a warehouse, and the boss fight location is an encoded area within the warehouse, so it's safe to assume that it is the code. They also locked Norway in a different location, but due to us, we freed Nor and opened the warehouse and get stuck within a firewall. So, Nor doesn't need us anymore, right? Or is he? After we escape the firewall, the first thing he asks of us is to challenge a duel out of nowhere. And we do know he can just teleport us to firewall again, but he didn't. And the fight was kind of predictable, don't you think? And have you noticed that Nor started out as a model of Piggy, normal Roblox 2.0 model, whatever, which is like the equivalent to our realistic humanoid one, but then changed into a slightly bigger, robotic, more complicated spider-like creature with new attacks, and then changed again to a huge rat with even more attacks, and then finally turned into whatever this is. I mean, don't you see it? Norris never gets hurt, but rather playing with you, Ladies and gentlemen, the code in the warehouse needed something else to activate. Somehow, some way, Nor needed to be killed by the player, and in turn, making him the stronger and be a part of the code itself, I think. Potentially hacking to the main servers. And this last bit here, this might mean he had enough power to just corrupt the game for good. And now he's onto the main server to start his new initiative and maybe getting revenge towards the developers. Also, what's interesting is that Nor implied that Ronald would never go to the game again, and we do know that he and other developers are the ones to lock him up. This implies that Nor did something awful. It's confirmed to be a virus somewhere. But what did he ever do? Well, what if he's the reason of the robot hostility from the tapes, and where the robot is hostile and the AI truly went rogue? Interesting, isn't it? Also, Ryder Peach can also be found in the warehouse as well. It seems to be Ryder's key moment of him getting beaten up by a gang of what resembles to be pink mouses, which confuses me how it connects to the lore, so tell me if you guys had an idea. On to the next mystery. Who are we? Who is Charlie? We don't have any character named Charlie up to this point, but what I do know is back in part 1, there's a scene where someone is opening files. As investigation towards the missing case of Ryder Page. So it is safe to assume that that is the same person as Charlie. We also do know that he's not even using his own PC or account, it's his name Ronald. But what's also interesting is how Nor knows Charlie's name and history after a little research. This might be a bit of far-fetched, but it can mean a possibility that Charlie might be a part of this company or know this company or involved in some way before, as Nor has access towards his history, and that Matson think you, as in Charlie specifically, is a danger towards our world, whatever that means. So maybe Matson knows us before, or perhaps he just somehow searched the internet or something, who knows. That's it, folks. That's all I got for you. Do you guys have any other theories? Well, let's discuss it on the comments. Other than that, like and subscribe if you please, and have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching.